Welcome back. I hope everyone is enjoying early access. In today's video, I'm going to talk about and go over Larian's recent community update for Baldur's Gate 3. There's nothing too crazy in here like new classes or anything like that, but Larian did add some things, make some changes and improvements, although they didn't fix my wolf, which currently looks like a seal mated with a pig. Larian also provided us with some very interesting statistics as to what us players are doing in the game. Some of you guys are some sick bastards. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to some recent YouTube channel members, Gilbert, Frith, and Nicholas, and also some recent channel patrons, Livia, Mikkel, and Ingram. Thank you guys so much for your support. Links to my Twitter and my Discord server will be below. Let's get right into it. First up, once again, apparently I have to reiterate to some of you that this is early access. There are going to be bugs, glitches, things that are missing, mechanics that don't work, fights that are too easy, fights that are too hard, and much more. The game is literally still in development. Literally. If you want the full Baldur's Gate 3 experience in its finished, beautiful form, wait until the game comes out. I have many friends that are doing just that, and I don't blame them. However, many of us do want to help Larian develop the game and don't mind experiencing everything that comes with an unfinished game. It's actually a lot of fun for many of us to play a part in the development, provide feedback, report bugs, and watch changes take place. Everyone that is currently playing, you are a big part of the game's development, whether you realize it or not. Larian has shown us in the past that they are willing to make changes, and big ones at that, so let's continue to offer suggestions. It also helps to do this in a constructive criticism type of way instead of being a jackass. I myself prefer to keep Larian employees in good moods and have them be pumped up about their game instead of being hammered down by rude, weak-minded people who don't understand early access. Overall, it's been pretty good though. Keep up the good work, guys. Alright, on to the update. The first thing that Larian mentions is that early access is not just about tweaking things, but it's also about adding completely new things to the game. In this particular patch, there will be a new cinematic if you can find it. To quote Larian, "Where once was darkness, there is now light." They obviously added a lot to that specific area, and I'm excited to go try to find it later today. On top of adding completely new things, Larian has reshot a particular scene with this update. If you have experienced the part in the game with the singing tiefling, this scene is going to be presented a little differently now. On my first playthrough, she was not there, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but definitely go check it out if you know what scene I'm talking about. It was actually a little bug today for her loot was not showing in her hand at times, but it is a fun scene. I will leave it at that to keep this spoiler free. All of you game soundtrack fans, I'm putting a link below in the description where you can watch the Symphony of Sin, which was the first ever live performance of some of the music from Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity Original Sin 2. It's a pretty magnificent performance, so go check it out if you're into that stuff. Alright, now let's talk about what us players have been up to in the game. Larian sees the data and they don't have a problem reporting it. So far, the cute dog in the game that can become a camp companion if you handle the situation in a certain manner has been petted over 400,000 times. And yes, I had to look up petted because I wasn't sure if that was actually a word, but it is. I have no doubt that a few of you are probably accountable for over 100k of that, but it's cool to know that we have some animal lovers around. On the topic of romance, Gal is the most romanced of the Origin companions. He has been romanced by 33% of players, with Shadowheart coming in second with 31% of players. None of that really surprises me though. What I really want is you guys to show Lae'zel some love. I know she doesn't have a nose and her body is kinda creepy, but she obviously needs some love too. Come on guys, come on. On a more comical note, 40.79% of players who jumped down a large dark hole arrived dead in the Underdark because they leapt without Featherfall. This is something I am guilty of and I'm proud to have tested this out. Keep on jumping guys, don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Our goblin friend with the ring, only 5.87% of players tried to steal the ring, while 26.3% sucked on his toe. You sick bastards. The last statistic I'm going to mention contains a little bit of a spoiler, so close your ears for about 20 seconds if you don't want any hint to the events in early access. 74.85% of players stood with the tieflings against the goblins, while only 25.15% sided with the drow Minthara. Once again, Larian proves that most people tend to side on the good side and stay away from evil, even when Larian has encouraged people to let their evil sides out. So overall, we have good players that like petting dogs and bang only the most attractive people, and then jump off cliffs. I wonder if there's a stat that shows if the ones that jump without Featherfall are also the ones who were denied by Shadowheart. I didn't do that. And for the last part of this video, I'll go over some of the change list, which are the improvements and fixes. If you would like to see this full list yourself, I'll make sure to include a link below in the description to the community update. The more noticeable improvements include optimized overall sound settings to improve performance on lower spec machines, added polish to several in-game cinematics, that's always nice to hear. Attack of opportunity indicator is now correctly hidden for invisible enemies, improved timing of some tutorial messages, improved usability of skill selection and character creation, added new tutorial messages related to combat. I think that's definitely nice for new players. Listening to other players' dialogues now correctly shows the other players' dice rolls. I know that was already highly requested. The reason for a waypoint being unavailable is now displayed on the map. And lastly, party members now correctly cancel their spell prepare state when switching to another character. All nice improvements, some larger than others. There were also a ton of fixes to the game related to the game crashing, blocking issues, character animations being stuck, the physics of doors, zone spells not targeting invisible enemies, lockpick progress going out of sync, spell sounds, fixed party members being rearranged when detaching and reattaching characters to the group, texture and skinning issues fixed, action log bugs, and much more. Check out the link below if you want to see all of the bugs that were fixed. And that's it for today's video. I will be live streaming on this channel tomorrow midday Eastern time. If that's something that interests you, make sure to turn on bell notifications for the channel. And also, I should have another class build guide out on Thursday, I think. This is my favorite build, and it's actually kind of a little bit OP. I'm excited to share it with you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from live streams to game reviews to game tutorials to lore videos to class guides and much more. I'd love to have some of you guys back for a future video. Until next time.